All right. So we have met and spoke a little bit about um, who you are, who we are, what we have to offer, what your goals are. I'm going to give you some more details now. This is the technical, detailed information about our pay um, policies program. Um, and some of our expectations. We talked a little bit about that in the information video, the first one in our meeting. But really, we want to know, what you want to know what we expect and what the client expects. Really, that's our my main goal with serving the client is to meet their expectations and what we've agreed to do for them, and then you as well are going to want to do that. You want success. You want to feel like you've succeeded at what you set out to do in providing service for a job. So we'll go through some expectations. I've already given you our um, bird janitorial policies, kind of what to expect sheet is like 3 pages. Um, but this will kind of just add a little bit of emphasis to that culture um, of how we operate. So our payout arrangement, I'll start with that. That's pretty specific. I gave you this sheet that has the payout arrangement on there, and for vendors, that is going to tell you what day of the week you need to have your payout submitted, what it needs to look like, what email address that needs to go to. And once we've got you set up and started training you at an account, then I'll get your bank account information from you and plug that in, and you'll just have your payments dropped right into your bank account on every other Friday. So it's super easy, and you just put together an email. Here's the dates I cleaned. Here's the accounts that I cleaned. Here's the pay that each account pays. Um, and then that will end up in your account on Friday. And like we mentioned, we pay by contract. So if I have you go clean a facility, the same facility every night or every weekend, possibly, that facility is going to pay the same amount every single weekend, or every single night it pays a certain amount. So one night it might be super easy to go in there and clean the bathrooms, dust, sanitize, touch up the windows, whatever. But then there might be, in the winter, there might be salt or sand on the floor that we've got to deal with that, and it takes a little bit longer to get the salt and sand up. So maybe in the winter your account takes a little bit longer, 10 minutes more. In the summer it's quicker. Pays the same amount, kind of rounds out over the course of a period of time. Most of our accounts will end up paying at least $20 an hour. So I start off a little bit lower than that, just for some training and onboarding. As already noted, sorry, I've got my little cheat sheet here, that way I don't miss any points. As already noted, you'll be collecting, you'll be paid the full amount. You'll need to save some of that money aside to pay taxes with. That will, that's on you to kind of, you can do that however you want, stick some cash on a shelf, or open up a separate bank account, or everybody does it differently. But the first year that you have 1099 income, you don't have to pay your taxes until the end of the year. But if you've already had 1099 income before, they're going to expect that you pay your quarterlies by submitting an estimated tax. So there's that. And there's tons of websites out there that are self-employment calculators. Just type that into Google. You're going to find some calculators that are going to help you figure out how much to save, what portion. So you type in how much you make, it's going to tell you how much to save. I will be sending you a contract, like I mentioned in earlier meeting. We'll have a contract that you sign, and it's like a 23-point contract, but the first page and the last page I need a copy of with the signature. And the rest of the contract you can keep, because there's going to be things in there that you need to remember or reference or review every now and then. So that's for you to keep. Don't give me back the whole thing. I will send that digitally. You'll need to print it and give me the signature pages. Expectations. I always go over this multiple times just for emphasis. So we probably already talked about this at a coffee or maybe in the first video series that you had to watch. But we're going to just hit on that one more time. And really, the dynamics and the culture that we have established here at Janitorial is we don't have to babysit you. We don't have to micromanage you. Yeah, I might go check some accounts. I'm definitely going to get some calls. Hey, you guys missed a trash can or whatever. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about it and we're going to try to figure out what's going on there. But that's nothing. But really, you're going to be on your own for the most part. I'm going to give you all the tools, the chemicals, the training. There's going to be training. Like, I'm not going to leave you out there on your own to figure it out. But once we get you going, there's nobody checking up on you. So there is quite a high level of responsibility for you to deliver, so to speak. And those expectations are going to come in the form of turning your time in on turning your pay request in on time, answering your phone when I call, which is not a I'm super important demanding type of statement. It's just that's my job, is to communicate with the client, iron out any wrinkles that might pop up, but those generally have to be handled very quickly, and so I need to be able to get a hold of you. And if I text my entire staff in a big fat text and say, hey, I've got a new job, anybody want it? Anybody have room for one more account? I need everybody to email or text me back. Nope, I'm too busy, or yeah, tell me more about it. How much does it pay? Blah, blah, blah. But I need to get that back because I'm going to have to staff that account pretty quick. Also, hey, the alarm is going off at a certain account, or do you happen to be there cleaning right now? Things like that need pretty immediate response. So being able to tune into your cell phone and respond to emails, messages, texts, and things like that pretty quickly are pretty important. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody handles their phone that way. Oftentimes people come from a background of, they worked in an office or as a receptionist, and they were not allowed to use their phone during the day during work. And so, you might not be used to your phone being a work vehicle, a part of your work. So, that might be a little bit different, but that's something that is going to be helpful in making things go smoothly and quickly. Also, hopefully you're picking up on the self-management culture here. When I call with a customer calls me and says, hey, you forgot to clean up office or something like that, I'm going to call you and we're going to talk about it. But I'm not going to call and say, why didn't you clean? Like that doesn't happen. We're here to kind of work through it, figure out, oh, you didn't clean it because their office door was closed. And we have a closed door policy at that account. If their door's closed, we don't go in there. We don't take out their trash. We do not enter that office when their door is closed. And maybe they forgot that policy. So it might be the account that, they have a new manager, they have new people there that aren't aware of the policy that if they keep their door closed, the janitor's not going to go in there and clean. So sometimes it's a communication breakdown. Sometimes it's just, we got to figure out why. So that's my role. We're going to troubleshoot. We're going to figure out, oh, okay, this happened. Or maybe I forgot to tell you, oh, yeah, that trash can needs to be included every time or whatever. Sometimes it's me. But we're going to figure it out so that I can get back to that client and make them feel better and make them realize, oh, no, if you want us to do that, we're definitely going to catch that for you. We're going to do that for you. We want to make sure that we're doing what you need us to be doing. But sometimes, it's communication issues. So that's how those things tend to go. Another thing that really helps that kind of is that when I have new accounts, I do not hire, unless I have to. I am going to make sure that there's nobody that I already got in our company who doesn't want the extra work. So am I going to call you, text you, email you, hey, I've got new accounts? Yep, you're going to hear it every couple weeks. You're going to get some communication from me about a new account that I've got coming up. And don't feel hassled by that. Just say, I can't fit it in, or I would love to, but, or, you can figure out how to respond, or how much does it pay? I might want it. But that's just part of being in the culture and making sure that my team has what they need to survive and gets the first opportunity to take on a new account. But it does require getting back to me and letting me know. Thanks a bunch for letting me know, but I can't fit it in. But I've got stuff that's like one-time gigs that come up that I really need somebody to take. And if you can fit in any one-time gigs and really squeeze that time out to help me out, that's where, I'm really going to be able to, you've got something that comes up in your life that you can't cover a shift or something, I'm going to be there for you. But you'll find that in this company that everybody is kind of recognizing that if I want to be able to ask for time off or have an emergency or whatever, then you're going to want to try to push yourself and give on the other end of that. But if you're ever only on one end of that, you're going to feel taxed. I'm going to feel taxed. We need to make sure that we're on both ends of that. So I'd like to encourage people to kind of go outside their box and their comfort zone occasionally to help out, because we all know that we're going to be the ones on the other end of that as well at some point. That's really pretty much it in terms of culture, how things work, how things go. We are a growing company. We're not a super small company, but we try to keep our culture as small as possible. Honesty, safety, security. Security is just not what we give our client. It's what we want to feel too. I want to feel secure with everyone I've got. I want you to feel secure working for me and working with my team, and just knowing who else I've got on board. You don't have to work with them, on a job site, but we want you to feel that culture and that safety and that security yourself in your role with this company, not just what we provide to someone else. So it's both ends of that. Okay, so you got my email, birdjanitorial@gmail.com. You got my phone number. You can call me, you can text me, and you can email me with any questions, and we'll get going.